China has the world's most sprawling and sophisticated online censorship and surveillance apparatus. That is the Great Firewall. Now, the Chinese regime is going to look after the world outside of the Great Wall and trying to expand the Great Firewall to the global scale. In 2017, the Chinese leader Xi Jinping had articulated a vision in a speech to rule the internet to achieve a total control over every part of the online ecosystem, including internet applications and content in qualitative control, capital control, and manpower overtaking. It was outlined in detail on the internal government documents recently uncovered by the Epoch Times. Welcome to Beyond the News. I'm Faye. Today, let's have a deep look at the plan the Chinese Communist Party applied to control the world's internet in order to wield what Xi has outlined as discourse power over communications and discussions on the world stage. In that speech Xi delivered in January 2017, he said the power to control the internet had become the new focal point of China's national strategic contest and singled out the US as a rival force standing in the way of the regime's ambitions. However, he admitted the regime is lagging behind the US, the dominant player in key areas such as technology, investments, and talent. So Xi illustrated that in order to realize the ambition, managing the internet relations with the US while preparing for fighting a hard war is necessary. He also added the Chinese regime will use the American companies to reach this goal. But how? He didn't give details, but maybe we can figure it out through some of his other speeches. In another speech Xi delivered in 2016, he ordered the regime to focus on three critical areas. The first, Beijing needs to be able to set the rules governing the international system. The second is to install Chinese Communist Party's surrogates in important positions in the global internet organizations. And the third is to control the infrastructure that underlies the internet, like root servers, etc. Let's take the root servers as an example. You may know that DNS root servers are the key to internet communications around the globe. It directs users to websites they intended to visit. Currently, there are more than 1,300 root servers in the worldwide, and China has got hold of 20 so far, while the US has about 10 times of that amount. According to the cybersecurity expert Gary Malevsky, if China controlled more root servers, then they would redirect traffic to wherever they want. For instance, if a user would like to access content Beijing doesn't like, then the regime's DNS servers could route the user to a fake page saying that the content is no longer available, or worse than page that contains the fake content, which is what the CCP will be usually doing whenever they can. Apart from targeting critical areas, Xi also ordered to set up three internet ecosystems: their technology, industry, and policy. To achieve this, talents are essential. Xi illustrated the work of hiring world talents should be done through Chinese companies. Chinese firms should proactively invite foreign high-end talents, set up research centers overseas, and hire leading Chinese and foreign specialists to work together for their goal. For enterprises, constant education on national awareness and safeguarding national interests is very important, and only then should the regime support and encourage the expansion of such businesses. Another three in Xi's control of the global internet are three zones: the red zone, the black zone, and the gray zone. Red zone's content will be in alignment with the Chinese Communist Party's propaganda requirements. The black zone materials refer to content that violates the propaganda rules of the CCP, and the gray zone lies in the middle. In Xi's another speech in 2013, he said, "We must consolidate and expand the red zone, bravely enter into the black zone, and fight hard to gradually get it to change its color. We must launch large-scale actions targeting the gray zone to make it conversion to the red zone and prevent it from turning to black." Inside China, every Chinese citizen is suffering from censorship. The invisible Great Firewall blocks everything that the regime doesn't want people to see. People living in mainland China won't be able to access the free world's information. They've been living in that false and fake environment, generation by generation. That's actually one of the very critical reasons why lots of Chinese people is blindly following the Chinese Communist Party. They're easy to be manipulated into various movements. When they have a chance to get out of China, many usually would be in bad manner, with unconsciousness of the democratic value that the Western people cherish. How a person behaves rely heavily on how he or she was brought up and educated. And what we've just talked about, the unfortunate state of mind of the Chinese people, is because of the culprit, the Chinese Communist Party. On the internet, the regime's Great Firewall massively censors content deemed unacceptable to the party and blocks foreign websites. It also hires a huge online troll army known as the 50 Cent Army to manipulate online discussions. A recent report found that the Communist Party engages 2 million paid internet commentators and draws on a network of 20 million part-time volunteers to carry out online trolling. Even worse, many Chinese people are being arrested for using software to circumvent the Great Firewall. They would also be punished for posting any comments unfavorable to the regime. In a now notorious incident during the early stages of the pandemic, whistleblower Dr. Li Wenliang was reprimanded by police for rumor mongering after warning colleagues in a social media chat group about a SARS-like virus in Wuhan City. And now, the Great Firewall is crawling out to the global stage. In one of the 2017 remarks, she told the regime to develop a larger group of red online influencers to shape all the online users' perceptions of the Chinese Communist Party. Like what we mentioned before, in the Western world, no matter for a country or individuals, extra caution is always needed when dealing with the Chinese regime. You may think that you are talking to a nice and friendly Chinese person, but what you may not know is his red background. Some of you might question that, but let's see. In our channel, we'll constantly talk about these topics. Hopefully, we can bring you a different angle to the Chinese influence. So now it is a time to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Alright, thanks for your time. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Your like will force the YouTube algorithm to bring the truth far and wide. I'm Faye from Beyond the News. Until next time.